Today I went to, I normally do the microphone on my hat. I was like, oh, forgot it. But we're just doing biceps today. So typically I like to do the hat just to keep the hair out of the face and get that sweat out of the way as well. So as the title states, we are doing biceps, just biceps, keeping it nice and quick. I had some calls and stuff I was doing before the workout, and it's one of those things where it's like, bro, I could just do it after, but I was putting it off. Or no, I decided to not put it off and just do it right before the workout, but can't do the workout later. Do the calls later, not the workout later. So we're gonna be doing barbell curls. We're gonna grab 25 pounds each side. But how's everyone's morning going? It's Tuesday. Hopefully we've had a fantastic start to the week on Monday. So we already surpassed Monday. Let's get some good momentum going. So off camera, we've done our warm up already. So the body's nice and flexed, stretched, ready for some intense curls. I'm thinking as well, camera's a little shaky there. I've got the little tripod set up on the frame of the squat rack here, and yes, we were doing bicep curls in the squat rack, but people don't really be using squat racks like that anyway this morning. It's early in the morning. Nice. All right. And we're going to be doing some rear delts as well. Yo, what's going on, Lucas? Quick elbow lever. I'm not too sure. Oh, you mean like bring it forward like that? It's some slight cheating on the reps there towards the end, but some good weight. So let's grab ourselves a little barbell here so that we can work these rear delts. Everyone loves the rear delt exercises because they're like, what the heck are you doing? Hands on. It's a skill. Hands on the while curling. Won't be able to curl if my hands on my stomach there. All right, so I'll show you my favorite exercise to get this back part of the shoulder. Whew. Looks rather goofy, but this thing, I'm telling you, it works wonders. Yeah, if anything, the weight for this one might be a little too much. It's odd. You can't go too heavy with it because then scapula gets a little bit more involved. Elbows on the abs. Oh, like curl with the elbows on the abs. It's so weird. My biceps at certain lighting, like, what is this? Looks like it's like cut in half there. All right. This bicep exercise is literally just barbell curls. How's everyone's week going? You guys hit the gym yet this week? Cheated a bit there with the last rep, but pushing past that breaking point though. All right, hit some rear delts. And while I'm catching my breath here, I want to formally invite y'all to hit that subscribe button, show that support. Whew. See, if you're new here, just stopping by to hang out for a sec. I'll be recording these workouts, be answering questions. If you got any fitness, physique related questions, I got your answers. But most of the time, what we're really doing is just working out, hanging out, having a good time, getting in shape. Oh. Yeah, you go, girl. Oh, work it. Toss. There we go. Yeah, I'll have to dig into drawer. Just trying to figure out how to pronounce the name there. But yeah, I gotta try that elbow thing you're talking about. Heart wicket, yeah. Wasn't it? Second one, honestly, I was disappointed. Like, first one, crazy amount of memorable songs. Second one, none. I can't think of a single song from the second one where I was like, oh man, darn, that song's gonna be stuck in my head. Not a single one. First one, many bangers. But I think it's because the musical it's based off of didn't have like a part two. So that means someone else had to write the songs for that. I remember originally thinking like at the start of the second one, they're like redoing all the great songs from the first one. And I was thinking like, oh, direction they're going to go with it is they're going to have the Glinda girl continuing to repeat these songs. And then the audience is going to feel like, all right, I mean, great song, but we've heard this before. It's getting a little monotonous. And it's like exactly like she's going to all these different areas doing the same literal song and dance. And she's getting bored of it too. And it's like, now the audience is relating with her, but that was not a thing. They were just doing the songs for fanfare. I was like, missed a good opportunity narratively to kind of, express the struggles. Nice going through there. All right, so we got a third set. Nice, feeling it. All right, time for some rear delts. Yeah, so forgot the hat. Didn't go tank top. Slacking. But the gains are showing anyway. Just torque from home for exercise. There you go. Working them glutes and hamstrings, a little bit lower back and core strength. Oh, this is a great one that you could add to the torque routine there. All right. Gotta do a little bit less rest between the sets here. Yeah, if you're looking to, get in shape, you're looking to be part of a pretty solid community here. People working out, hanging out, getting in shape. Hit that subscribe button. We got a great community forming here. Because if you're here, that means YouTube algorithm, they're like, you're a pretty cool person. You should check out this guy that does these random weird exercises. JPack. What's the exercise for? You smoke? Nah. Like, not that I'm the type of person where it's like, don't you dare, I will never. Like, but I don't actively do it. I don't seek it out. Get a few drinks in me, different story. But yeah, no, I don't really smoke anymore. Especially weed. Getting too anxious. I don't know what happened. Switch flipped in the brain, and now I'm like, wow, this is not fun for me anymore. But the exercise, the earlier one, for when I was doing that, works the rear delt. Ooh. So gets this back part of the shoulder working. So this really like shapes up the shoulder nicely. Like the lateral raises, fantastic. Making shoulder create that visual separation there. The upper arm, lower arm, it gives that upper body like crazy bigger look for the lateral shoulder. So love doing them. Spam those. But if you want your shoulder itself to look bigger, it's going to be the rear delt, because you can see people from the front and they're like, oh wow, look, they got nice shoulders. And then when they turn to the side, it's like just like this whole part is just non-existent. So if you want your shoulders to look bigger, you gotta work those rear delts. Front delts tend to get worked passively with like bench press movements, so I don't tend to like do them that much. I started adding like barbell military press, but look like Superman. Oh yes, it's the Clark Kent look. Got the glasses going. I said I was going to do less rest between the sets, but I'm yapping over here. All right, next set, I can't rack it in the middle of finishing the last rep. Kind of cheating myself there by like getting that last rep and then putting it down, like missing all that range of motion. All right, time to get these rear delts going. Very simple workout today. Nothing crazy. The thing that I continue to point out during these arm workouts is that typically I'm not doing 6 or 8 reps. That's like far too low from what I'm used to. I typically do like a 12 to 16 rep range, but I took it upon myself to try something new for my arms. I don't even normally do a dedicated arm workout, but I was like, you know what? Dedicated arm workout, and we're doing like 6 to 8 reps, except for these rear delts. Higher reps tend to work pretty well for working them. Go for failure. Yes, you gotta go to failure. Yeah, if you're doing 12 reps, 16 reps, that 12th, 16th rep, 13th rep, 15th rep. If you stop, it's because it's like, oh, I can't do another rep. That's where you get the gains. How long have I been streaming? About 19 minutes and 11 seconds. No. I've been live streaming the workouts for, oh gosh, a while now. And I can't think of like when I had started, definitely over a year, but I had taken the last couple months off of doing it. I was focused a lot on just my own business work, but I was kind of skipping the gym entirely at that point as well, so there's not really anything to stream. Keep up the good work. Oh, I appreciate that. Force casting dog. And bro, if you're not subscribed, I just want to be inviting you to join the community here, show some support, hit that subscribe button. Ooh, did I write down? I did write it down. All right, cool. So 2 more sets. We'll probably finish with 2 sets of a little bit of ab action. Worked on a little bit yesterday, but love doing the leg raises. That's my go-to ab exercise there. And ab results kind of there. Soon I'll be cutting down the calories, keeping that protein up. But yeah, ideally this week I got to start cutting down the calories. A buddy of mine, they're having a wedding in Mexico in the middle of April. So, you know, I got to get that beach physique ready. That's why I've been going a little bit more consistent, a little bit more ham in the gym here to get ready for that wedding. You know, you got a walking billboard here. You got to advertise the capability, the possibility of what results you can get. All right, let's do this. Oof, ow. Not the best form at the end there, but it's all right. I forgot to ask if Haley's going to school today, question mark. Kayla. There we go. Yes, these barbell curls. I don't typically do them. I had sprained my wrist many years back. And it's because I was going really heavy with barbell curl. I was going 1 rep max to try to impress my friends. And I got injured. Don't try to ego lift to impress people. You're just going to hurt yourself. I haven't done barbell curls in the longest time. My strategy behind using the barbell curls for this is because from what I found personally, any exercise that you do that involves using some type of bar, like a barbell or something, it's going to really help to increase the volume of the muscle. So I like to phrase it that way because if there's some disproportion with the muscle, and then you go to do an exercise like a barbell curl, barbell press, it's going to increase the overall size of everything. So if one part is lacking a little bit, like let's say your chest is not like boom, like full, like out, like my chest would be pretty caved in. The upper chest was like not really developed. I was doing lots of bench and I was like, why is it not growing? And it's like, well, everything else is growing with it. So in relation to the other parts of my chest, it still doesn't look like it's up to par. It's kind of like when people are trying to get out of debt. oops, and they're like, well, if I just made more money, then I'd be able to pay off my debt. I'd be able to save more money. But what ends up happening is they make more, and then they just continue to spend more. So if you only make a little bit, and then you're spending more than that, you're not developing the habit of spending less than you earn. When one thing goes up, they both go up. It doesn't matter if you're a millionaire. If you're spending more than $1 million, you're broke. If you make 50,000 and you spend more than 50,000, you're broke. Like that's, you can go to the gym, you can burn 1,000 calories. But if you're still eating more than you're burning, you're not going to lose the weight. All right. Yeah, what the heck am I doing? Ugh. Crazy struggling to put that weight down there. All right, so we got our last set to go. Just check the text messages. Looks like yesterday. So we're doing pretty good on time here. Yeah, biceps. Feeling pretty puffed up. I've been working on some theories, like some bro science theories for better shaping the biceps. What I found is the more, and it's nice because I gotta get back to dialing it in with experimenting with the idea a bit, but I found that if you have your hands closer, it'll work. The peak of the bicep gets like a little bit of the pointed top. So if you do like close, like easy bar curls, it'll work that peak. Wider the grip, the wider the bicep. And I'm trying to recall, because I had like a good way of like imagining it in my head, but I'm mixing up the terms. Like I think like for the elbows, like the further down your elbows, further down on the bicep, and then the more up the arms, the higher up on the bicep it'll work. I think that's, so like if you do like decline, you're laying on a bench, arms going back, you can imagine your elbows going further down. So it works lower on the bicep. If you're doing like preacher, you're like on like that thing that like has the arm support there, your elbows are higher up, so it'll work higher up on the bicep. That's kind of like my bro theory stuff there. The thing that I'm like fairly certain about, if you do that close grip, it's going to get that peak going. If you go wider, it's going to widen the biceps. And the idea behind up works more up on the bicep is because for the longest time I was just doing close grip preacher curls with the elbows up on the thing like that. And I find that like look, like the peak is like crazy up here, and then it just like jump, drops down super quick. So from the years of doing like the preacher curls, That's my theory behind it. Like, look, it shoots up, and then it's like, oh, what's happening down here? And then the width as well. It's like not as like wide or like boxed out. It's more so now because I've been doing the barbell curls, and then even that height, like that peak, it used to be like shoot, and then even further straight down. Like there wasn't this ridge here before. It just would like kind of sue like a slope go right into the arm. So just doing curls ain't enough. You know, you gotta look at your arms. It's like, huh, how's the proportions of things looking? Theory on easy curl out, away from body, less range of motion. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like, I mean, you still get. It's like it's all about like the elbow with that movement there. So if you got your arms up, like you can still get that full range coming up, unless your head is here and then you're like bonking your head. But I'm trying to think with like wider for the easy. And then the thing as well with the easy bar, that angle of the wrist. Like, you know how you do hammer curls, palms facing in, works more that brachialis, like that outer part of the forearm, a little bit of the outer, or well, inner part of the bicep. There's actually like, you know, muscles under there. With the easy bar, you're still kind of working that brachialis a little bit more. With the barbell, it's forcing those wrists to like supinate, which means palms facing up. Supination, pronation. You can think soup like a bowl, pronation like Call of Duty going prone, crawling on the ground. But with the straight bar here, it's forcing those wrists to be up. So it's really, really working just these superficial bicep muscles there. But it's a good question. And again, like experiment with this type of stuff. Like it's just what I've kind of personally been learning over the years when it comes to training. How to make lateral head more prominent for the shoulders. Oh, you just gotta do those lateral raises. A trick that I do. My brother told me about this. A bodybuilder. We were on vacation, and my brother's at the gym, and there was this massive guy. My brother's like just chumming it up with the dude talking. And the guy had told him this trick that he does with his lateral raises, where he tries to picture, he's almost like trying to like reach under something. Like imagine there's like something like blocking here, and you got to reach under to like kind of grab something on the other side. So it's like you're not just raising your arm up, but you're reaching out and like under and up. And you're gonna feel it, like even with this, like I'm kind of like out and up, like I'm feeling it just super target this muscle here. But it's going to be just those lateral raises, 12, 16 reps, slow with the motion. You don't got to go higher than this like 90-degree here. Short bicep versus long bicep. Good question. Short bicep, doing those decline curls, would have lengthened it down. If you got a super long bicep, then keep those curls nice and those elbows nice and up. Throw an answer, earn the like, oh, appreciate that, Leonard. If you're not subscribed, bro, would love the support. It's me inviting you to join the community here. What's supination, pronation? It's just the rotation of, I guess, like a joint. So with the wrists or your palms, supination is when the palms are facing up. And I like the thing that I remember it by is like, so like supination, soup. Think of a bowl of soup. You need, you know, if your hands were like a bowl trying to hold the soup, you'd hold it like this. You wouldn't hold it like this, it wouldn't work. So it's like supination. And then pronation, in Call of Duty, you hold down the crouch button, you go prone, where you're like laying on your stomach. So you can think of your palms laying on its stomach. That's pronation. Must live and breathe weightlifting and its science. Yeah, very cool, bro. That's sarcastic. Oh yeah, no. Subbed. You are fantastic. Made my day right there. What's the benefit of that? Oh, the supination versus pronation? Well, it's gonna like target the biceps totally differently. Try to do a bicep curl with your palms facing down. Pronation just feels totally different. Supination, and it's gonna be like standard bicep curl there. Even curls where palms are facing each other, like hammer curls, totally different experience. All right, so this is the last set here. And you know what, I might do a little bit of dumbbell curls to wrap up. I see. Oh yeah, Miko or Miko. Fantastic questions there. I like when y'all are asking questions, making comments and stuff. Makes it more fun, the workout. Ugh. Crappy last rep there, but it's whatever. Ugh. Gotta hop off, continue reading. Oh, nice. What book are you reading before you leave? Ugh. Do I do gymnastics? I actually do not. That'd be a fun workout. I like adding in different things, not just weightlifting. Got yoga going, plyometrics, reading some novel. Yeah, I'm a bet a sciencey thing or a personal development or like business work thing. Body weights. Last time I weighed myself, I was actually like 185. All right, work these rear delts. Ooh. All right. Screw it. We're just going to do just a couple fun reps. Yay. All right. All right. Time to clean up shop. Put these weights away. Whew. Got crazy foggy outside. All right. Yeah, yeah, for all y'all that are new here hanging out, inviting you to subscribe. That way you can be here for future workouts. Wrapping up a little bit, getting towards the end here. Oh, sorry, I don't want to get strangers inflamed. Just because we're wrapping up the workout doesn't mean we're wrapping up the live stream. I like to always finish the stream up with just doing some fun talks in the car on the way home, answering fitness questions, going deep into whatever topics y'all want me to cover. Plus one sub. Oh, heck yeah. Everyone's got to be like Leonard and Nico, showing that support and that subscribe button. I thought of doing rear delts. Oh, yeah, you got to do the rear delts, shoulders. Getting started technical analysis. Jack D. Schwager. Trade to do okay. It's funny. I had a feeling. I was like, I was reading some real good heady stuff there. It was between that or high probability. Might have been like Twilight or something. Only the major extremes. An improved foundation literature like that. Yeah, gotta keep the mind sharp. For a while, I was reading. I gotta get back into it. It's more of a mindset book. It's called How to Get Anything You Want. It's old. It's like 1927 or something. That's when it was published. But it's like a really good read. All right, I guess we're gonna head on back. I was gonna do some other exercises, but all the machines I want to use are preoccupado. Twilight. Yeah. Not that I was trying to throw shade with it. It was not out of judgment. I'm just like, it's either like a business book, personal development book. I'm lumping that in the same category. Or yeah, I was like, or it's Twilight. All right, well, we're gonna start heading back home. Like I said, it doesn't mean the live stream is over. If you got any pressing fitness questions, the car ride back is typically when I do the deeper analysis or deeper explanation of things. Used to watch that when I was a kid. Yeah, I got darn phone. Give me a sec. It's a new little handheld tripod I'm using, so I'm still getting used to like how to position it. There we go. See, car keys be helpful for driving home. I'm just looking because I'm like, I'm not going to do abs. I want to try to at least maybe get one more ab, or not. If I'm not going to do abs, I want to get at least like one more set of biceps going. They got a really good bicep machine here. Oh, there we go. Yes. So, I don't even know what I was talking about there. I think we were talking about Twilight, right? Yeah, I saw all the movies. What was it? I was trying to think like what was the Jacob, Team Edward, and whatnot. I'm a little biased. Definitely. Sorry, cliffhanger there. Yeah, I would like from watching the movies. I would say more of Team Jacob guy. Um, but he's better off not with Bella. Major thing I did not like though is when he was like, "Oh, it's actually your newborn baby daughter. That's who I was supposed to be in love with the whole time." I'm like, bro, just keep your thoughts to yourself. Like, stop. You don't do that. All right, Leonard. See you around the next live stream. You have that book on your Kindle. It's a good one. We're referring not to Twilight. Well, I'm sure Twilight good, but referring to How to Get Anything You Want. Really good mindset book there. There. Very shy. Click. So for the shoulder clicks, gotta do the foam roller. At the beginning of the live stream, I was doing the foam rolling, and I'd say just copy what I was doing for all the shoulder related stuff. But yeah, shoulder, chest, gotta foam roll that whole area there. Let's see. Well, I'm liking the new tripod I got, or not? Yeah, little handheld tripod. It's got a magnet, so I just like stuck it to a piece of equipment there. All right, let's see what we can do here. All right, we're gonna do one more set, basically an 8-hour arm workout. I think we'll lower the seat a little bit here. So lower the seat and lower the weight a little bit. Bicep tendon reels. Oh, when people be like popping the bicep tendon. Ugh. I think most of the time that's like some type of condition or some type of like induced thing with like steroid use or whatnot. Also, people be using dumb amount of weight. Just don't use crazy amount of weight. What's my split? I can almost do like a full split, but not that flexible. I'm just playing. Right now, the routine's been like a chest, back, shoulder, part 1, and then the next day I do chest, back, shoulder, part 2. Got my arm workout, which now has been split into a tricep day and then a bicep day. Well, bicep shoulders, tricep shoulders, and we got legs. That's kind of the routine at the moment. It's supposed to be full body each day, but I just ain't got the time, and I want to put the effort and focus into the specific muscle, so I just have their own dedicated days for that. Cool. Well, that was a good fun little exercise there. Don't pop anything. Yeah, no. That's one people. Where he at? Where's that guy? Oh, there actually is someone behind me. But, yes, that's the end of the biceps there. Worst part is like can't reach the shoulder strap. Just arms not allowing me to. Yeah, it's crazy foggy out today. Please, he reads the comments. Yeah. I don't know how some people be doing the live streams not reading the comments. I could see if it's like a barrage of people commenting, then it's like, well, yeah, you can't get to every comment. But how long do I stay in the gym for? Ideally, well, in the gym, maybe like an hour. But for how long I do the workouts for, that's different. I aim to keep the workouts around 45 minutes, less than an hour of actual like physical work. The workouts themselves just feel better, and I feel like my body responds better with the shorter workouts. Yeah, now we're towards the last half of the live stream here. This is where, answering questions, fitness related topics get answered, go more in depth. One of the previous live streams, I think for like a couple of them, I kind of went in depth of why the 45 minutes to 60 minutes thing. So I don't want to bore anyone with going through that one again. 134 divided by 2, I would say that it's 67, right? Goodbye. Gonna end the stream here. It's great talking with you guys. Nah, I'm just playing. You got me there. I was really wanting to do that mental math fast. So, but where am I from? From New Jersey, where I currently live. But I've moved around a whole bunch. So it was like, grew up in Jersey, moved up to upstate New York. Was going to school at Syracuse University, studying health and exercise science, on the path to becoming a physical therapist. And there we go. Yeah, sorry. Someone was trying to be nice, letting me in. And it's like, dude, I got to like extra go multiple lanes over. So I had to speed it up there. Yeah, I went up to Syracuse University. I was going to school to be a physical therapist. After graduating, decided like, you know what, I'm going to put pause on this, not going to pursue that right now. And I'm only phrasing it that way because now I'm actually looking to go back to school, get that doctorate physical therapy. But I was up in upstate New York for a while, moved back to Jersey for a little bit, and then moved to Philly. And then from Philly, moved to Arizona. Yeah, crazy jump in locations there. And then for a few years, Arizona, and then moved back to New Jersey. Now it's where I'm at right now. A lot of traveling around over the last 10 years or so. Let's see. Am I sure I need my keys? Oh yeah, that's a earlier comment there. So what do? Well, I got the online fitness stuff going. Oh yeah, Miko. In front of a cop. Yeah, nah. New subscriber from Brazil. Oh, thanks. Fight the talk. I appreciate that, brother. Yeah, I love the love and the support from y'all. That's why I do the live stream workout. It's always fun hanging out, working out with y'all. Because I could just be listening to music or an audiobook or something, podcast. But it's more fun getting to work out with y'all, and then also get to kind of share all the things that I've been learning fitness-wise to get in great shape. That way I can help y'all save the years, the decade of trial and error stuff. Which university? So Syracuse University. And then as far as what I do right now, so I've got like a remote job just to help keep the income more consistent. But the online fitness coaching and personal training, that's what I do for work as well. Really working to build up the online fitness training business, make that the full-time focus. But I've had a little bit of challenging experience in the past of letting go of one vine to reach for the other when it comes to doing the whole running your own business online type of thing. Now granted, I didn't approach it the proper way, but the way I was approaching it was that whole angle of you got to burn the boats. There's no other options. And that was way too stressful. I was not working smart or efficiently with that one. It's too stressful. So I've got a job that I really enjoy doing right now. Things are going on the up and up for my own business, and I'm just continuing to do both. Is it more work? Substantially more work. Yes, it is. But not at a point where I can stop one thing to go all in on the other. And I'm not going to stop the online fitness stuff, doing the YouTube videos and live streams and things like that. But yeah, that's what I'm doing now. And yeah, at a certain point, once I get accepted for the doctorate in physical therapy program, I'll be doing the schooling full time. So then it'll be physical therapist and then doing this online stuff as well. How long to rest between sets? I do a set between sets. That's funny. I mean, supersets certainly are a thing. You work a little bit of triceps, get done the triceps, and then you hammer out a quick bicep exercise. Keeps the intensity high. And for the most part, you're giving your triceps a break there. But depends on the goal when it comes to the rest. So I've heard that for getting the most, muscle growth, resting for 2 to 3 minutes between sets is good. But sometimes I feel like my workout is better, I'm getting an even better pump when the rest times are fairly short, or if I'm doing the supersets. So you kind of have to feel it out for yourself. Because I've had it where, I'm training people and they've told me, they're I just get such a better pump when I take a good amount of rest between my sets. And yeah, can't argue that. If you're noticing better results doing longer rests, then yeah, go for it. Do that. So you gotta play with it a little bit. And especially if you're trying to do strength related exercises, or if you have a very strength related goal, then you do want to take as much rest as possible between the sets, because you'll be able to perform your best during that set. But I also like to point out to people that, if your goal, if you really want to build muscle, having a goal of building strength isn't the proper approach, because you can get stronger without necessarily building a lot of muscle. Like there's guys at the gym who I'd seen lift, and I'm just like, and you've probably experienced this too. Someone's lifting weight, and you see them grab the weight, or they're setting up the weight, and there's a little bit of like, all right, well, we'll see how this goes. And then they start lifting it, and you're like, dang, that person's much stronger than they look. Now, did you catch your thought there? That person's much stronger than they look, which insinuates that you thought that they wouldn't be as strong because they don't look that big, which also means you can be strong without being that big. So it's 100% possible to improve your strength without improving or increasing your size. However, it's nearly impossible to not get stronger after building more muscle. If you build more muscle, a byproduct of that is you will get stronger. So it's not the case with strength. Like in the beginning of getting stronger, you might build some muscle because you're doing something different. But then once the body recognizes like, oh, we're just prioritizing strength, then it's going to do everything in its power to do that, because more muscle requires more energy and the body wants to be as efficient as possible. So it's not going to be using energy to build up tissue that's going to require more energy. You know what I mean? Plus, it's going to be thinking when lifting the heavy weight, hey, how can we lift this heavy weight with as least amount of energy as possible? So it'll begin to prioritize that. And building muscle is not up there for what to prioritize in order to lift heavy weight with as little energy as possible. So if you're going to the gym, trying to do strength, have, long rest period. I'm not saying lifting for strength is bad, but you got to like recognize like what your goal is. But if you want to lift for building muscle, then try 2 to 3 minutes, try less than that. Try a superset, just feel it out. You want to get that pump going. You want to feel it, that burn in the muscle that you're working. I like that idea of feeling like it's almost like you're inflating a balloon. Feel the burn. And that last repetition, whatever it might be, I like to go for between 12 to 16 repetitions. You want that last rep to be like the last one. Not the last one for the whole day, but it's like, man, like I can't, if I try to do another rep, it's going to be super crappy form, or, I won't even be able to do another rep. And sometimes, it's okay to stop like 1 to 2 reps short of that. Like, let's say you do a rep and you're like, man, I think I got 1 more rep in the tank, maybe 2. If you stop at that point, that's fine. But if you have that inclination that like, I think I can do 1 more rep, do it. And if you do that rep and you're like, I think I can do 2 more, like, I think I can do another one, do that. And then, you'll only get gains, and that's kind of the formula there. 20 kilograms over your weight. Just started looking to take care of your health. Yeah, if you are looking to burn a little bit of fat, build a little bit more muscle, I've got full-length playlists on my channel. You just want to make sure to hit the subscribe button and then go on my channel, click playlists. You'll see like a fat burning playlist, muscle building playlist. I go in depth on the topics there of how to achieve that. Bigger doesn't mean stronger. I would, if you get bigger, you will get stronger. But if someone's bigger than someone else, does that mean they are stronger than that other person? I would say it's not as black and white as that. I think that's a better way of phrasing it. Like if I just get bigger, if I just increase my weight, I'm going to get stronger. And I mean, assuming, I'm still training and stuff like that, but like if I'm lifting and I'm just, even with body fat, just putting on more mass, I'm going to be more stronger as a result. Does that mean I'm going to be stronger than someone else who's not as heavy as I am? No, not necessarily. Like there's people that are lighter, that weigh less than I do, and they can probably like do multiple repetitions of my 1 rep maxes for stuff. Been a while. Yo, what's going on, Capture? Glad to see you still grinding it out. Yeah. Oh, doing a bicep day today, or did a bicep day today. What do I think? Isometrics. I like them. Like, isolating particular muscle group to grow that muscle group. Very good for physique stuff, and then also good for making sure that you're working the muscle that you want to work. Oh, I say this story all the time about working with a client. It was a while, long time back. We're doing bench presses because it's chest day, and then at the end of one of the sets, he's like, "Man, my shoulders and triceps are on fire." And I was like, "Oh, I'm thinking in my head, that's not what we're going for." I was like, "So cool. For the next set, we're going to lower the weight." And he's like, "No, why are we going to lower the weight? I felt really good with that." I was like, "Well, you said you felt it in your shoulders and your triceps. Thought you wanted to work your chest." He's like, "Well, yeah." And I was like, "All right, well, we got to lower the weight because your brain is not feeling confident with this level of weight in order to recruit more of your chest muscles. So we got to lower it so that you can target more of your chest." And they were like, "Okay, that makes sense." Lowered the weight. And then they were like, "Holy crap, I've never felt it like this much in my chest before." I was like, "Exactly." So isometrics can help with that, isolating the right muscle. Bigger muscle strength, definitely. Yeah. Creatine, oh yeah, 10 grams. Yeah, that's what I think that's the amount I'm doing, maybe like 10 to 15. Heart cannot differentiate between fat or muscle. That's absolutely true as well. People with like BMI, all right, I got to wrap up the live stream here, but I like these topics. When people talk about BMI is not accurate, it's like, if you're overweight, you're overweight. Like exactly what Isabel Martinez was saying there. Like your body's not going to know the difference. Your joints, your cartilage in your knees, it's not going to know the difference between, oh, this guy's 250 pounds of muscle versus, oh, he's 250 pounds of fat. It's like your kneecaps are going to feel 250 pounds either way. So, all right, the pups is barking. I got to head out. But why can't heart do that? It's just more stress on the body, more weight. But appreciate having you all here. Hit subscribe if you're not done so already. That way we can hang out for tomorrow's workout. So go out, go sweat, drink protein shakes, and have a fantastic Tuesday. We'll show you the pups as well. Oh, it's an alley girl. Hello. Hello, big girl. Hello. What you doing? And then we got the Winston. The little Winston. Oh, heck yeah. I can zoom in. Look at that guy. Oh, hi. Gorgeous. She's a gorgeous girl. All right. I'll see you guys. Peace. It's going to bite me. Yeah, she's gotten better at not doing that. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow.